Hi, leak testing terminology is the way that I created by myself to learn leak testing in the word style. The significant mistake is come out of the meaning of the words and undeeply understanding the leak testing. I am Parham, ASNT level 3 of leak testing, so stay with me.
Before everything, I have to appreciate InnoTechCG for their financial support of this video. You can contact with me by email or my phone number, even in WhatsApp. You can also check my LinkedIn and also my website. I will share PDFs on my Telegram channel. In this section, we will familiar with the basic words as you see in this slide. We'll learn them in detail and deeply. ASNT means American Society for Nondestructive Testing. This organization prepare references like the leak testing handbook and SNDTC 1A and CP 189 standards. For more detail, you can purchase them on their site. NDT or non-destructive testing. For better understand of NDT, we have to know DT first. DT means destructive testing, which include tension, compression, shearing, torsion, and bending. In this kind of test, samples will be destroyed and lost their ability. But in NDT, the product will be safe, so it can be done for all products. Like magnetic test, which can find surface crack as you see in below picture. QC qualification means process of I repeat again, process of demonstrating that an individual has the required amount and the required type of training, experience, knowledge, and capability. Qualified means having demonstrated required amount and the required type of training, experience, knowledge, and capability. Quality means ability of process or product to meet a specification or to meet the expectation of its user in terms of efficiency, appearance, longevity, and ergonomy. Recommended procedure. Each employer need the written practice which explain their personal qualification. For this, we have to know two words more: specification and procedure. Level 1 and level 2 must familiar with specification and procedure to know where they can refer to do their inspection. 3 must know them and know how to write them, because employers sometimes ask them to repair or qualify this specification or procedure, or even may ask them to write a new specification or procedure. The specification include what and where to inspect, what the product that we want to inspection, or where to have to do this inspection, how to inspect, usually to a reference code or standard. Acceptance criteria, sometimes this acceptance criteria is in the code and standard. If there wasn't there, we have to add this part, what and how to report result. This is very helpful for level 2, because level 2 jobs is to report the result. Who can inspect? Qualified personnel, qualification of personnel. And in procedure, we have scope, references, personal certification requirement, equipment, material requirement, calibration and verification requirement, part preparation requirement, and etc. Interpretation, determination of the significance of test, indication from the standpoint of their relevance or irrelevance. The determination of the cause of an indication or the evaluation of the significance of discontinuities from the standpoint of whether they are detrimental or inconsequent. So interpretation directs us to make a decision about acceptance or rejection of product. SI is International System of Unit, as you know better than me: meter, kilogram, second, Kelvin, ampere, candle, and more. Acceptance criteria. For each inspection, we need something like documents, tape, and even sample, which help us to compare our workpiece, to compare with them, and figure out if they are acceptable or not. Acceptance level means it's talk about the place of our evaluation about accepting or rejecting products. Acceptance standard is a specimen which has artificial discontinuities or defect that let us possibility of comparing with the workpiece to evaluate them. Leak is opening that allows the passage of the fluid, as you see in the picture. There is a valve that separate inside of the system from atmosphere, and there is a passage that allows to tracer gas or liquid to pass through it. This is what we call leak. As you see here, the valve, and inside the system, tracer gas and atmosphere. Leakage measurement. Quantity of fluid escaping from the leak. It means there is not leakage yet here in this picture, as you see. As there is no any tracer in atmosphere. Now I put some tracer outside. Now there is a measurable tracer outside in atmosphere. Now we have a leakage. Leakage rate is quantity or amount of leakage per unit time at the given temperature, with the pressure differences across the leak. Most books tell like this, that we need a pressure differential for leak happening or even detecting the leak. But as your knowledge become complete more, you will understand that using characteristic will help more than differential of the pressure. By the way, one of the units of leak testing is Pascal cubic meter per second, equal to 10 standard cubic centimeter per second. Some organizations use ppm for leak rate. That is wrong. There is not unit for the leak testing as ppm. ppm means part per million. This unit used for safety aspect or risk management to assess the risk quantity for gas. Some gas are not dangerous before exact amount. Here is where the ppm come usable for asserting the exact gas amount and to understand the dangers. Leak testing is the process of detecting leaks, locating and sometimes monitoring them in pressurized or evacuated system or component. As I said before, by completing our knowledge, we can use our creative mind and the system's characteristics to find the leak and understand better leakage feature without using pressure or evacuate system. So it is not necessary to have a evacuated pressurized system. If there is a pressurized or evacuated system, it would be helpful, but we can use the other things to understand the leakage. At the end, again, I have to appreciate our financial support, Innotex CG. You can contact me whenever you want, and I will respond to you as soon as possible.